Welcome to Talk Around Riyadh, the Wheel of Time showcast. I am your host, Joe Perry, here with my co-hosts, Jen Isgro and Tom Kokoza. Jen, you're a little under the weather, but you're pulling through, aren't you? How you doing?
I am. Yeah, I've been sick since last week. I think I told you guys I was sick, and I continue to be sick. But I've been getting through the days. I don't know if it's just a bad cold or whatever, but I'm here to talk about the Wheel of Time, and that's going to lift my spirits.
Sending yellow aja, or healing weaves your way.
Thank you.
I hear the best way to get over being sick is to find as many germs as you can and just eat them.
What?
Yeah, they fight the other germs because they don't like each other.
Okay.
Maybe we stick in a second knife to get the first knife out.
It's like
what is the line from that? The line from that scene?
I don't know every line of that scene.
No, something Michael Clark Duncan says.
Oh, you're talking about don't you put that evil on me? That's right before then.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah. That's before then he stabs himself in the leg.
Yeah. You just made me think of the It's Always Sunny with the cat in the wall.
Oh, I don't remember.
Where he just sends in more cats to get the first cat.
Yes.
There's just like tons of cats in the wall now.
Is that the one with, does your kitten make too much noise?
No, I think that's a different.
Kitten
Mittens? Kitten Mittens is a different episode. This is just like Dee's got a cat stuck in her wall and
okay.
Charlie's trying to help her get it out. Oh boy, we're way off. We're off topic. We started the podcast. Sorry, everybody. We've got some exciting things we're gonna talk about tonight, right? You guys should be excited, Jen. I know it's hard for you to get excited, but this might be my favorite thing that we do here on the podcast.
Ooh.
But we're gonna get to that in a minute.
Oh,
because we do have
tease.
It's a tease. That's what they call it. We're gonna get to that in a minute because we have some news to talk about. So last week we did talk about CCXP, right? So that's Comic-Con in Brazil. That's happening in December, and Prime was noted to be present. Amazon was going to be present at CCXP, so we all thought, maybe we'll get some Wheel of Time. They were there for season 2, if you remember. Mm-hmm. I believe Donald and Kira were there with Rafe.
And
Fleetwood.
Kate Fleetwood was there.
Kate Fleetwood, yeah, she was the other one who was there. They showed those 2 scenes that we saw at Comic-Con, and they also showed. Did they give us a trailer or teaser? I can't remember if they gave us anything else.
Or it was just
interviews.
No, but they gave us it was really detailed interviews where like they gave a lot of stuff about like.
Yeah.
So
speculate no more. We got confirmation that there will be a Wheel of Time panel at CCXP. Rafe, Maddie, and Yosha are going to be there. It's on December 7th, the panel. No idea yet if it will be streaming. I assume some of it will, because it streamed last time, I believe. Right? They were streaming it. It was like a second stage, right?
Yes, that's what they streamed live. The panel where they showed the footage of things was not shown to the public. Then after they had the closed off section, they had a open section that was streamed to everybody.
Yeah, it was like the after party room where I guess everyone who was on a panel would then go to this other room, and then they would kind of talk to them about stuff. But it was more of like a laid back kind of fun atmosphere.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
I don't know.
I imagine we're going to get something like that again. Yeah, I'm excited, man. We've been on this train for a while now that like things are going to start ramping up, and that we're going to see the show pretty soon in 2025, and like here's a real sign.
What are we going to get? Come on, I want predictions. What are we getting at CCXP? This is a month away. 29 days, 30 days.
Yeah. We might not be getting anything.
No, well, yes, that's true.
We didn't get anything last time other than like the interviews, but we only knew because we'd seen those scenes already.
But at CCXP, by that time we had already had though a we already had what? We had something.
we had the behind the scenes thing was like out for a while. Yeah, we might have had. I think just to be clear, I think we're gonna get a trailer. I think we're gonna get like footage from the teaser or trailer, however you want to call it. I know, like whatever. I think we're gonna get footage from the show. It's gonna have some music and dramatic cuts.
What?
And I think it's designed to get us hyped up. I wouldn't be surprised if they do show like some scene to the crowd there, like or some short snippet that we're not going to get to the public. But I think everyone's going to get like, boom, it's coming out in this month. Maybe not a release day, but a release month.
So the last CCXP was December. It was December, but it wasn't in 2023. This was 2022 that they had Wheel of Time was there.
It was a year before the show came out, basically.
Well, yeah, it was like about 9 months or so
9 months
before it came out. So, I mean, it's not 9 months before the season 3 is coming out. It's just, CCXP is what it is. So at that point, we didn't really have anything. I think the only thing we might have had at that point was that BTS video that was released a few months prior, which was, looking back on it, one of the most amazing things we ever got, because it was about a year plus before the season dropped that they gave us that, and there was so much in it. But I don't think that's what's going to happen this time, obviously. Tom, I think you're right. I think we're going to get a trailer. I mean, I've been saying we're going to get something like a teaser around Thanksgiving, so maybe it's a teaser or full trailer, perhaps. Question mark?
Yeah.
Dot.
Yeah.
Jen?
I think, I don't know. Jen, what do you think?
Full trailer? I don't know. Maybe a teaser trailer or a shorter. I don't know about a full trailer. Maybe like a shorter type of a trailer.
Well, by my timeline,
that I hope gets released to everyone.
Yeah, by my time. Well, if it's a teaser or a trailer, it's going to get released. They might see it first, and then they then they release it on YouTube like 10 minutes later or whatever, like they sometimes do. But with my aggressive timeline of the show coming out like in late January, it would have to be a trailer for me, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. A trailer and a bunch of commercials for you.
If it is a teaser, though, let's say they do give us a teaser. We shouldn't even speculate about this at this point. Let's wait till CCXP happens, and then we could have that conversation. But by the way, I did look up my notes from last time, and somebody was there who was live tweeting the Wheel of Time panel at Lord Mulder. So we have to remember this time to see if we can find out Lord Mulder, or find out if Lord Mulder was going to be there again.
Wouldn't it be great to be there and be able to have your phone out and share things from the panel? Yeah, that'd be great. We were not able to do that.
Well, I'm not saying that guy was allowed to do that either, Jen.
Oh well,
he wasn't like me.
That's true.
He was tweeting, so you can keep your phone down and kind of.
I remember on New York Comic Con, they were like security everywhere, like
they were literally walking the aisles.
Yeah,
to see if you had phones in your lap. We're not rule breakers, Jen. I think that's really
100% not a rule breaker. Do I want to get dragged out of Comic Con by two guys like with their under my arms, just like kicking and screaming? No, I do not. So I did not take my phone out.
That's what they were there to do for sure. They were definitely going to drag people out. Probably throw them in the back, take them to a back room with no windows.
It's probably the room that we ended up in when we were trying to find the stairs, remember?
Oh, it's true. Yes, that
we got locked in a stairwell for a little bit of time.
Oh, yeah. That was fun. That's where they would take us.
That's it. Just throw us down, drag us back up, throw us down again.
I'm excited though. We're gonna get some videos of some sort. We have to.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think that we're gonna get. I think we are. I think we're gonna get some substantial, because I think that the show is gonna be out not too many months afterwards. 1 to 4.
Yeah. By the way, it's going to be on a Saturday, so that means we'll have to wait till the following Friday to really to record a podcast about it. Which
or are we gonna just record our podcast on that Saturday?
I think the Dusty Wheel is already planned on doing like a 12 or 10 hour live stream.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
I am not available that day. I have 4 things to do already. So
celebrate the attack on Pearl Harbor.
No.
Yeah.
Memorialize the attack on Pearl Harbor. You're not pro. You're not pro World War II Japan.
Celebrate the attack.
Celebrate the attack. Watch the movie Pearl Harbor.
Watch the movie.
That's
Pearl
it.
Harbor.
Those are the 4 things.
That's it. All right.
Oh, boy. Sorry, everybody. I guess we're a little silly today. All right. Do you want to talk any more about CCXP, or shall we get on to the main part of the episode, the meat and potatoes?
I'm gonna throw something else out there. I think that the announced guests are not the only guests.
Oh,
you think surprise guests?
I think they're going to do a cast announcement, and they're not going to announce like this person
Agdashlu, and then we'll find out confirmation she's Elida.
Yeah, it will be surprise to people who aren't us, but to like the general public. But yes,
I like this idea, so I'm signing on to it.
All right, lock it in. Let's do it. Let's do our main thing, Joe.
Let's do our main thing. All right, everybody. I hyped it up enough, but it's at that point. We're getting close to season 3, so we needed to get this in. We needed to get this done in time. We're going to be doing our episode breakdowns for season 3, our predictions of what we think is going to happen in season 3 of the Wheel of Time, episode by episode. Now, we're going to be doing it different than we did last time. As like we did it different the second time from the first time, because, why not? And this was literally a last minute decision or suggestion. And everyone was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. It'll be fun. So we're going to be going and basically outlining the whole season episode by episode and what we think is going to happen. Now, in the past, we've kind of each done our own breakdowns and we've shared it, and others have criticized it. And then after the show came out, we would, score ourselves. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then, but this time we're going to work together as a team, because teamwork makes the dream work, right, Tom, as Mike says?
That's true. That's true.
I think he coined that phrase. So we're going to work together to come up with our
awesome, bro.
Come up with our unified mapping
theory?
or theory of season 3.
All right.
So this will be multiple episodes. How many? I have no idea, because this is new. We're going to try to get through this first part today. We're going to go through basically and list everything we think is going to happen in season 3. So that's the first task, which is a pretty hefty task. So I figured I'd break this down even further to kind of keep us a little focused. All right. Does everyone understand?
Well, I think we'll figure it out as we go.
Sure.
All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about, or at least, throw out our ideas, is cold opens.
Okay.
So we've got 8 cold opens to predict. We could probably do a whole episode just predicting cold opens. So we'll see what happens, though. Let's see. I'll keep an eye on the time. All right. Cold opens. Anyone have any thoughts on cold opens for season? Now, I'll throw something out there, but go ahead, Jen or Tom, if you have something first.
Yeah, I think episode 1's cold open. We have pretty much locked in. It's going to be the Black Aja reveal themselves and flee the White Tower. I think that's almost 100% confirmed. So yeah.
Okay, so they're gonna flee the White Tower. Women shredding each other. It's gonna be bonkers. Quoting Rafe almost here. Bonkers. So we've got. So that means Leandrin's back at the White Tower. So is this like she arrives back at the White Tower, or she's already back? I think
episode 1 is going to take place a significant time after episode 8, and so I think she's going to leave the White Tower.
Another time.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, we'll get into this later on, but I think the entirety of episode 1 is months later, and they'll catch you up on what you missed. But yes, so
now we've got.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Tom.
Nope.
I have one.
Well, wait, before we move on from this one, I just want to also add to this, which gives us a little bit. There's a lot of obviously evidence that this is going to be the cold open, or at least happen definitely in episode 1. We also have some castings, right? So we know we had Joya was in season 2, who's Black Aja. We think we have a Jean Kaid Ispan cast, right? So these are people who are likely going to be at that event.
Yes.
And there was an audition script too for Jean, I remember, but I think that it must have been, it wasn't about this scene, that's for sure.
No.
Okay, so I think we're all in agreement that we're going to get, that's the cold open though. That's how it's going to start.
Yes, that's how it's going to start.
Yes.
No credits or anything.
No.
It'll be a last time on the Wheel of Time, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Like just to get you up on where things are. And then it's going to be like, la la la, Tarvalon,
Someone like
la
skipping,
la la,
like
tower.
skipping down the hallway. Or
It's going to be like you look at like a puddle.
Yes.
Like rings like Jurassic Park.
Right. I think it's literally going to be
like a glass of water.
Who makes the water ripple?
No, I know what it is.
What?
It's another novice walking with like a bucket cleaning up glasses, and she reaches for one. Before she gets to it, you see it's like rippling.
A dinosaur? A
and
T-Rex?
then she turns around, and then like it's like Black Aja busting in, killing everyone.
I'm gonna one up you because I think you're spot on with it. I love that, but I think it's gonna be like I don't even think they're gonna be in the tower to start. I think it's gonna be on the streets of Tarvalon. You're gonna see an accepted, like kind of just walking, peacefully,
skipping through,
like down the, and then she's just gonna get blasted to death, and then you're gonna see the battle. You're gonna see the battle like come into the camera as
collateral damage.
Yeah, as the Black Aja are like trying to get away, and the sisters are trying to get them. Warders are going to be fighting. Like it's going to be like you see like a pastoral Tarvalon scene that gets destroyed by this battle as it passes. That's how I think it's going to roll. And well, yeah, okay, we can say. I think that there's more to that, but we can talk about that a little bit later.
All right. I didn't put all that detail in there. I just basically put
all right, man.
Black Aja, Flee the White Tower, women shredding each other bonkers.
Yep. Okay.
Jen, you have an idea for, and you guys don't even have to give these in order. Just like throw out ideas for cold opens, and then we'll figure that part out later.
Ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go for it.
Seafolk
cold open.
Seafolk cold open, akin to the White Cloaks cold open in season 1.
So,
which is the first time we see them.
So what happens? Like a ship comes? Are they out to sea, or is it like docking somewhere?
I didn't write it. I don't really know, but I mean,
what
yeah, I
is
don't know.
just
You
like
see
an
people on a ship
introduction?
walking around, and then maybe like, maybe like they're talking on the ship, and then it like pans. And you see they're like pulling into.
Do we get mention of the core?
Yeah, I don't know. Are they pulling into Falm? Are they pulling into Tarvalon? Where are they pulling into?
They're docking, so it's sea folk, ship docking. We learn.
Well,
they're
they're coming into the bay, into the harbor. They're pulling into the harbor. Will they have shirts on? Will they not have shirts on? Will they be putting? Well, the first shot, the girl like buttoning up her shirt because they're just getting to shore, and you're like, why is she putting her shirt back on? And then you have to try to figure out why. I don't think actually that they're going to have topless people on this show, but. You never know.
But I like the idea of like
you can hope. You can always hope.
It just starts off where it like pans up and you see like women buttoning up their shirts and you're like, what the fuck just happened here?
What is this, sex ship? What is this? All right. I'm not gonna top that.
No, you're not.
Here we go.
But I'm sorry. One more thing. It's so the point. We obviously know sea folk. Rafe said there's sea folk. Officially said it. Is this just like an introduction to the sea folk type scene, Jen? That's what basically you're talking about? Okay. It'll be the first time we see the sea folk. Okay.
Yes.
I think you are going to get a Forsaken Tea Party scene as a cold open.
Oh, see, Top. I had thought about this too. I was thinking Forsaken Tea Party as well.
Yeah. Not necessarily one from the books, but a similar type of vibe.
Who is at this tea party? Do you have ideas?
I do have ideas. I think it's going to be all the Forsaken that will be in this season.
Okay.
Which we know is Lanfear, we know is Moghedien, we believe Samael, and we believe Asmodean.
No Grendel.
Asmodean's going to be at the tea party?
Yeah, I think Asmodean's going to be at the tea party.
I'm not sure about that part. Is he ever at a tea party? No, I don't think he's ever at.
No, he's not.
No, but we don't know.
But we don't have
the entire time.
But we don't see him at a tea party though.
Right. But then after that, he can't. He doesn't go to a tea party because he's with Rand.
Yes.
Right.
He never.
Before that, we don't. He could.
Or the artist formerly known as Asmodean. Right. But I think
Jason.
Right. I think that I'm curious, and this is I get what you're getting at here, Jen. But like, are they going to be in disguise in the Waste? Is Lanfear going to be in the Waste as Kylie? In which case, you can trick people into going, well, we don't know we know who that guy is, Asmodean, and there's nobody like that anywhere else, and then you can find out how they can change.
So no Grendel though.
No, I don't think that Grendel's gonna be in this season. No, I didn't have her in.
I think they're all going to be in this season.
Okay.
Oh wow,
out.
They're all out. But like, yeah, I think you could still save the others for.
Yeah, I don't think they're all going to be like major players, but I think that we're gonna. I don't know if we'll see them. I'm not sure.
I think they're gonna. I do think they're gonna limit the full scope in this season. Right? You're still introducing the concept of them, so.
Because you can't hold a person to be like a big character like that if they're not.
Okay.
I guess you're right.
What?
Okay. Joe, do you have any?
Well, before we leave this one, is there a purpose? Like, is there going to be a purpose to this tea party?
Yeah, I think there's going to be. I think this tea party is going to be just kind of setting up that they all have plans, that they're all with or watching or interacting with the characters that you've been seeing so far, and that just kind of setting up the expectation, they're rivals, they might be working together, but they're also at cross purposes.
Do we get go ahead.
I think you could also get here an idea that with Ishi being dead, there's an opportunity for a new Nameless, and letting that kind of float out there, that
do we get
the Forsaken
Nameless? Do we get the term
maybe not, but I think you do get the concept that there is going to be there's a role for one Forsaken to be in charge of the other ones, and they've all got to kind of prove their bona fides to get that.
Okay,
I think you could put that in there.
Will one of them have mentioned that they have spoken to the Great Lord of the Dark?
Yeah, you know what? I think it's time to start pushing some of the crazy shit. So yes, I think you can tease that it happens before you see.
No, I'm not going to say they're going to actually
yeah.
see them visiting, but I'm going to say in the conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I got it. It's down. I'm going to throw one out there, but I don't have details on this one. We're going to get a episode 8 Age of Legends probably, right? Flashback and cold open. So I'm going to just put that there cuz they've done it in the first 2 seasons. What that's going to be, I probably depends on how the season's going to end, because they seem to always want to kind of either set up what's going to happen in that episode or kind of mirror what happens. So if it's going to be the end of the Shadow Rising, which I can't see how I feel like it's going to have to be further into that. I feel like it's going to be later, and it's going to be a Shido. I don't know.
Okay, I would tell you what your cold open is.
Okay,
they're going to continue at least this far with it being chronological order, and you're going to see Luz Theron mad in the cold open.
Okay, so this is what I
and because I think that you're gonna get Luz Theron. I think the season's gonna end or have at the end like Luz Theron is gonna be in Rand's head.
Well, we could get Luz Theron, but we don't know if we're actually getting the actor.
No, I think
unless he does something by himself because he said he shot it remotely, right?
Yeah, which could very well could happen.
Right, and could be sort of we have already said, but yes, I think if you show him crazy in the beginning of that episode, then it has resonance to him appearing to Rand at the end of the episode.
So that would be after he.
Yeah.
This is after he kills his. Is this after he kills his wife?
It could be before or after. I think it's actually probably before. I would say, like, just like, I don't know. Maybe I think at a certain point they're going to stop being chronological, probably. But if you lead up to the last cold open in the Age of Legends, is him turning into Dragonmount, and then it ends that episode with Rand on Dragonmount, season 7, whatever. Then you're building up to that overlap point. But I think,
so what if?
Yeah.
What? See, it would be cool if they did like basically a good chunk of the prologue to the Eye of the World, and Ishamael shows up, but I feel like that's going to be too confusing because the last cold open of the last season was him imprisoning Ishamael. Now this is afterwards, and now Ishamael's free. They're going to be like, well, what the hell is Ishamael?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
So maybe, I don't know, do we get him killing his family? Like, are they going to go like the hardcore, like, fucked up, let's just show Luz Theron going crazy and murder his family?
I don't know. I almost feel like you can save him doing terrible things as Rand becomes darker and darker, right? And really just kind of almost have this be like immediately post Sealing the Bore, where he just is crazy, is going around saying crazy things and shooting off fireballs or whatever else. I'm not 100% sold on that.
Okay.
But I do think that.
Do we want to see that? Do we want to see Luz Theron kill his family?
No.
I think it's too
actually kill them?
Yes.
No. Nope.
Okay. So he's just doing some mad things.
Yeah.
I'm not totally satisfied with this yet.
I want him to have killed his family.
Okay.
I don't want to watch him kill his family.
Post.
If that's okay with everyone, I'd rather not.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay. All right. We'll figure that out. I feel like I need some more in there. Okay. We've got 4. We need 4 more.
I think. Oh, okay, go, Joe.
I was gonna say, do we get like episode 2? We get like a Camelin cold open.
I think I have that as the end of episode 1.
So you have that happening in episode 1.
The end of episode 1 is Camelin, and then they get sent off. And I think that episode 2 takes place when they arrive. Like it's that far ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, or they arrive in episode 2.
So we don't like a Camelin cold open.
I don't. I think it's better served that is the end of episode 1. Like you're doing all this stuff. You have whatever episode 1 is. Everyone's going off on their things. Here, introduce this new stuff that's going to be in. Because we're also like, we know what the episode titles are.
Yeah.
And although I don't know if we agreed 100% on this, I do have episode 2 as a question of Crimson, which I think it would help if Elida's like taking an active role in that episode, and not just being introduced.
What if? All right, I'm going to say something a little wild here.
Go crazy. Hold
on to your panties. What if we get another accepted test cold open, and it's Egwene's accepted test, and it's a cold open?
Yes, I love it. I love that because I'll tell you this, right? Before we came up with this, literally like hours before we recorded, like we thought we were going to do the way that we did season 2, and I was just going to do my predictions.
Yeah.
And I have season 2, episode 2 being just the girls are in the tower. Like, that's it. They're just there.
I love how you've come full 180 on this, because you were so against this.
I was so against it, but
like slowly moved, and now you're just like, I'm putting it in. We're putting it in.
I'm evidence-based. There's too much evidence that it's all going to be there. So I love it. Just start it off that way.
Okay. All right. Egwene's accepted. Is it going to be like a long, like 25-minute accepted test?
No.
Or something?
I think you literally have it be
parts, or maybe we only see 1 or 2.
I would not be surprised if the cold open is the 3rd accepted test for Egwene, and then she just comes out, and you find out that's what it is. So, and the third test
starts with her, and like she's doing something. And then all of a sudden, weird stuff starts happening. Like, wait, what the hell's going on? And then you find out she's in her accepted test.
Her third test, which I think is going to be on the show too, is her as Amerlin gentling Rand, right? And like you're gonna see all that. You're like, oh, what is a weird dream? What it is? Da 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 da. And then you see the arch, and she walks out, and it's her accepted test.
I like that. I'm putting that in there. I like it very much. I like the whole idea of just starting the episode with Egwene. She's doing, and like you're like, wait, what the hell's going on? Is she dreaming potentially? And then you find out at the very end, she exits her accepted, like the arch comes, and she goes through it. Jen, you on board for that?
I don't know. I like the third. Yeah, like what you guys just said. Yeah. I was iffy on the whole accepted test, but I kind of like the
abbreviated version.
I do like that abbreviated version.
Okay, I'm all for it. Let's do it. We've got 3 more cold opens.
Okay. I got my next cold open.
Yeah.
For you, and this is for episode 3. Episode 3. Perrin finds the cold open is Perrin is with Tam, who is taking him to somebody who's here at the Two Rivers who can help, and he takes them to Alana and Varen, and that's your cold open surprise that Alana and Varen are in the Two Rivers hiding out from the White Cloaks. I think you're gonna already have Two Rivers, the whole scenario established by the end of episode 2. And then the episode 3 cold open is that they're there and they're in hiding.
So you think we're going to get Alana and Varen in the Two Rivers just like in the books?
Yeah. Well, not exactly like in the books. But yes, I think they're going to be there.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yes, I think they will be there as they are in the books, yes.
And we know Priyanka was part of the filming in the Czech Republic, but I mean, that could be White Tower stuff as well, because that's where the White Tower set is. And if we're getting this shredding scene at the beginning, Alana could very well be part of it, because Alana is basically other Aes Sedai that we put in a scene, like, and she's just been probably assuming a lot of different things that other Aes Sedai do in the books.
It's true. Although as a Green Aja, it would be appropriate for her to be battling. But yes.
Plus, the red and the green, it's no secret the red and the green fucking hate each other. So they're like diametrically opposed to each other. So
she's the one who distrusts Leandrin the most.
Yes.
Sorry,
was Rafe the one who said that we would find out what Leandrin's been doing?
Yes, at the beginning of the episode.
I like the idea of Alana being there, but I thought that what Leandrin was doing was, he meant like right now while everyone else is doing this, meaning like there would be a scene of her before the shredding. He said the shredding opens the show. Did he say like that?
The first 15 minutes, I think, right? Of the first episode.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And it's not like super 100% concrete, Jen, but it's really very, like, I think it's pretty strong.
It would be weird for like people that are in Kyrian right now to make it back to Tarvalon if this is happening like at the same time or right after.
Yeah, I mean,
the end of season 2. I don't know.
Right. It could be something where like it could be, going back, like the rest of the people from Carrion are arriving back at the White Tower. And when they get there, Leandrin's like with the black eyes are like caught red-handed stealing shit, and then like they fight.
Maybe the cold. What did we say the cold open of episode 1 was?
That's what we said.
We're not ordering them.
So what if the cold open is like what she's doing before, what she's doing in episode 8 of season 2, which is whatever, I don't know, plotting or doing something, and then after the credits, if they have credits, is like the fight, like it happens later. So it's still the first 15 minutes of the show. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out a way to make that make sense to me, because otherwise it's going to be like weeks before everybody gets back there. And what is she doing? Like, she's definitely able to get back there faster.
It's true. And again, like I think it could be like, I think to get to your point, it's like it could be when everyone else gets back, they run into her being bad and leaving, and then they fight so she could be in the tower doing stuff, and they get back and she's there. I really just think that the show has shown us time and time again they just do big time jumps, and like that's what they're going to continue to do. Okay, what other? How many do we have, Joe?
We have 6, so we've got to come up with 2 more cold opens. I'm just gonna throw spitball ideas. They're probably not going to be cold opens, but the White Tower coup, could that be in this season? And well, it's going to be.
It's going to be this season.
Aiel, right? We haven't yet mentioned the Aiel, and this is going to probably be an Aiel heavy season. So there's got to be an Aiel cold open in here somewhere.
Yeah, maybe something with the wise ones.
Didn't we? I mean, we also talked, right? Couldn't like the glass, whatever, crystal columns just be like? Didn't we talk about like just doing another long cold open where?
Yeah, I said it should be the whole episode. I think you guys are like, no, it should be like a big chunk of the episode. I was going to say, like, I don't think, and this is one way or the other how to put it, that I don't know if the episode where, like, Road to the Spear has a cold open. I think it might just be the episode with no cold open.
So you only want to do 7 cold opens because one of the
I'm throwing it.
Cold open.
I'm throwing that out there as a possibility. No cold open.
Well, let's
boom title right in.
Let's come up with 8, and then when we put them in like our order, we can decide if we want to drop one.
All right. So I'll say Wise Ones, like in the Wise Ones tent, talking about their plans for Aviendha, Rand, and Moraine, but in a veiled way that you don't know if it's good or bad intention or exactly what it is.
Okay.
Perhaps even, because it's going to be early enough, like a reference to Egwene as a dreamer, but not clear what they're talking about. Just seeding that for the latter part of the season.
Is this a sweat tent, Tom? Jen?
Yeah.
Jen, sweat tent.
How many cold opens feature women with no tops on?
This would be
this season. This would be the second one so far.
Two, yeah.
No, well, you don't see them topless in the She-Folk one. They're putting on their tops.
You're right.
So you see them buttoning up or whatever, or lacing up their tops. Can we just cram every cold open with boobies?
Well, there are boobies in every cold open. You just don't see them. They're there.
No, one's visible boobies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll put it down. Sweat tent. That's all I'm going to put down. Wise Ones talking about Wetlander's plans. Are they scheming? Sweat tent. Okay. One more cold open. Can we come up with one more for this season? There's going to be like probably at least 2 or 3 cold opens of just not really being cold opens. They're just like, it's the beginning of the
first scene.
It's the beginning of the episode.
All right. How about? I mean, okay. For this, you could just say the cold open is Rand and Moraine and Aviendha going into Rodian. That's your cold open.
Oh, so we've got So walking into Ruridian. So there.
Right. Okay. No Matt. In my mind.
What about the redstone doorframe?
Oh, this is
the
better.
Twisted red stone frame.
I know we're not doing episodes yet, but what episode is that the cold open for?
2.
No, I think I had that later on. Because remember, we did very, very high level outlines when we talked about the episode titles of like, you know, we like a sentence about what we thought was going to happen. And I feel like I had,
I think we all had it at the end, in the middle or the end, like episode 4 or episode 8, right? Depending on whether only Matt went in or whether everybody went in. But yeah.
This is a good one. I like it. I like it, Jen. Are we getting just Matt going in there? Do you think, Tom? Are we going to get?
I think that the only person you see in the red phone doorway is Matt, and I think it's going to be at the end of the season, not in the middle.
Episode 7 cold open potentially.
Episode 8. I think it's episode 8. That's what Matt's doing in episode 8 for the most part.
I like his. It fits there. You're right. That could be his climax for the episode, for the season. I very much like the idea though of a cold open where it's just so strange and bizarre, and you're like,
what was
what's
the
going
thing
on
that
here?
what was the word that Rosman used?
Oh,
Psychedelic
psychedelic.
So, how do you think that Rand finds out that he needs to go to the waste? Do you think it's going to be as simple as like, there's a prophecy, you need to go to the waste?
Well, that's
I think Aviend is just going to tell him about the Karn, and he's going to go like, okay.
I mean, he just that's the reason he goes, right? He reads about the island, and he's like,
about it.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm going to need these warrior people to help me conquer.
But I think,
the rest of the world.
did they tell him in the stone door frame too that he has to go to the waste?
Not that we know of.
No. The only person they talk about, like, Matt gets told.
Has to go to Roydian. Okay.
Roydian, yeah.
Yes.
And Egwene gets a message, and Rand has already made a decision. I think that they can still do, and now we're getting into things, but like, I think they could still do. Moraine is pushing him to act, the Forsaken are free. You could even tease in episode 1, I think you should go to Tyr. I think you should take Kalendor, whatever it is. And then Rand goes, I'm everyone thinks I'm going to do this. I'm going to zag, and I'm going to go with these people to the desert. Okay. No one's going to expect me there.
I'm going to throw something out there really crazy. Right. So we think this is not going to be just Shadow Rising. There's got to be some fires of heaven stuff in here.
Yeah.
You know, we've debated this in the past about, you know, what's going to happen with Moraine in the show. Is it going to be like the books? What if one of the cold opens is Moraine and Lanfear?
Yeah, you know,
but that means Matt going through the door frame would have to happen earlier in the season.
There's a lot that's supposed to happen before that, but I guess we could just skip it all. I don't know.
I think you can do like Moraine's internal story in book 5 in this season. I think that gives Rosman stuff, like more emotional stuff to play. If like she goes to Roydian, gets her visions, and just kind of is like, okay, I've got to take care of stuff because
putting her affairs in order for the rest of the season.
Rest of the season.
I don't think that's a cold open.
Yeah, that's not a good cold open.
That's like a climax.
That sounds like
end of the season.
That could be the end of the season, and then
you think everything's great, and then
I don't think. I think the end
to be earlier in like the episode 8 if it was early in the episode.
Like middle of the episode, middle
stuff. Yeah.
Hot close.
I would not say
hot close. With that.
No.
The biggest cliffhanger you could ever do.
I think the hot close is the Shido going over the Dragon Wall is the hot close of the season.
But the Shido already went over the Dragon Wall. If we're
no,
moving,
I think so.
You're just moving where it happens. But wait, let's not. Yeah. Let's talk about that in a minute.
That's set pieces.
Next time.
Not next time. But let's finish this cold open. This last cold open here.
I thought we did. We got.
We were debating here. We were debating, throwing out different ideas for this one. But we had Finn. We had Moraine and Lanfear showdown.
No.
What about? Oh, I've got one.
Oh,
I've got it.
Got one.
Tom Maryland re-enters the story.
I like it. I
Who?
like it.
Tom Maryland.
Oh, Tom Maryland. Of
Yeah.
course.
Brendan's favorite character.
Just kidding.
I think that would be a great cold open because you'll be like, everyone who's like, not book readers or whatever would be like, oh shit, this guy's back. I thought he was
Holy
dead.
fuck, this guy. All right, I like it.
Tom Maryland. Tom Maryland shows up. Tom, it starts off at like some sort of, pub, with some raucous debauchery going on, and you find out Tom Maryland's there again. It's almost like the same intro as he is in the first season.
Yeah, just kind of retro.
Is he in a drunken, depressed state of mind? Did he just lose his girlfriend? Like
I don't know if they're going to even
thing.
But we don't need it because he's not going to be in Game One.
No, but it could have happened. Like he's down on his luck because his girlfriend either left him or died or was murdered by the king. Was murdered by Thanos' men. That tracks.
Yeah, or you can have him just be a mess. Like he's been so damaged by the fight with the Fades that like he hasn't been able to work as a Gleeman.
He has a limp now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, limp. Let's do it. Let's do a limp.
Matt finds him, you think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like somebody gave us what?
Yeah, I think John said like, yes, that Matt.
He thinks Matt is the Dragon Reborn, doesn't he?
John?
Or he thinks Matt can channel.
Tom. I thought you were talking about
Tom.
John. I was like,
No.
why does it? He doesn't think that.
No, I think Gowan is the Dragon. No.
Yeah.
Yes, he thinks that Matt can channel. Yeah, and then, but he's informed enough that he might have heard about what's going on. Even in his
in Camelin, Tarvalon.
Well, John had him
out.
Tanchico.
Okay.
Tanchico.
Okay.
Wait, do we meet him in Tanchico? This is for later too, I guess.
Yeah. I think he's in
somewhere else.
Tanchico. I think he's in a tavern in Tanchico. But the question is like, does he interact with any of the other characters, or is it just like him and a bunch of nobodies and just like a hey, welcome back, Tom type of scene, or is he going to meet Matt or Elaine and Nynaeve?
I think you could have him and Matt meeting like from Matt's point of view, kind of a vibe, and then do that. I think I think you do that.
Okay. All right.
And then you get a reveal later on that he knows Elaine,
Yeah, I mean, are they gonna put that in the show?
Yes, 100%. You have more Gase in this season. You have Tom coming back, and you're gonna have that. Like it may not be teased; it might just be revealed. Like she remembers him,
But does that mean would you think they would need to at least have a scene with Tom and Morghese though? Like.
No, there's never a scene. Is there ever a scene with Tom and
No,
Morghese?
but the books are different though with TV and like the visual medium. Like you're gonna talk and refer to this relationship that Tom had with Morghese, but the two of them are never gonna have a scene together at all in the show.
Cold open. Young Tom and Morghese.
Doing it.
Tom
Breasts
murdering
heaving.
Tarangale.
Tarangale Damadran.
That's good.
Nailed it.
I like
Following
that.
him into a dark room and the door just closes behind them.
I like that.
Tom murders Tarangale. That's the cold
Yes.
open. Flashback.
I feel like Tom's getting all his cool things taken away from him. Like,
Yeah.
he
I like
literally
that.
starts a war. We got to give him something cool.
Yes. I mean, that's not,
He did.
it's not the best.
Yeah, but he's like being shitty
Right.
to Morghese. We see
Yeah.
that, and then he's just like, "No, this guy's done."
So
done
our
for.
new Tom cold open. It's a flashback.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
young
that.
Tom.
I don't
like it.
think that's gonna happen, but I'll put it
Come
in there
on.
because I think
It's happening in
cool.
my dreams.
It's cool. So let's
I
do that.
do like
Let's
that.
do it. Tom, flashback, in flagrante delicto with Morghese. No.
Right. Arranging for a hunting accident.
Morghese arranges Tarangale's death. All right.
What?
It's there. That's our
What?
flashback. What? You got something
What?
better?
No, I think that's it.
You just think we did it?
Yes, I think we hit it, and I think I just thought of something else I have to tell you later. I can't say anything
Okay.
right this second, but I
Put a
think
pin in it. Write it down.
I think yes, I think he's gonna find evidence similar to like what's hinted at in the books that Tarangale is planning to murder Morghese, and he takes care of it.
This is a long cold open.
They can be long. And then
He just opens up a book. I am going to kill Morghese.
I found your diary.
It's clear. It's clear as day right here. The visual medium.
He's cleaning Tarangale's bedroom or something. What is it? Notices his diary out on the desk.
Cleaning. He's sneaking around.
All right. We've got our 8 cold opens. We're not going to order these yet. You want to talk about a few different set pieces? That's the next kind of category I had here, set pieces, right? So these are big events and things that are going to happen, right? Like, Winter Night was a big set piece, right? The what's it called? I guess the battle against the Trollocs, you could say, with the Shannara, right? That was a big set piece where they charged into that wall like nobody's business.
Could have been a big set piece.
Yeah. All right. Any thoughts on big set pieces before I just throw one out that I know is going to be in this season for sure? Battle of Two Rivers. There we go. Okay. I'm throwing it out there. That's definitely, there's no way that's not in this season. So
women shredding each other.
Okay,
I think the women shredding each other is going to be the Black Aja leaving the tower, and then the coup would be a quieter. I don't think there's going to be another battle. I think like the battle of the Black Aja leaving is like the battle. And the coup is like a fallout from that, but it's like a more political.
So
more because I don't think they're going to do 2 big fights at the tower.
I agree.
So then, right, we saw leaked set photos of what appeared to be the White Tower and soldiers and like bloodied and whatnot.
Yeah.
So do you think that's from? Now we originally thought that was the coup, but now you're saying you think that that's the Black Aja escaping.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with Jen.
And the coup is going to be a quiet affair. It's like it is.
I think it's going to be a more personal affair. It's going to be a swan.
So that doesn't give us really much opportunity for Gilad or Gowan, but we can come back to that when we talk about them.
They'll have something to do.
So that's not a set piece then. The tower coup. I'm not putting it down then.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I think big set piece.
The crystal columns, right? The
crystal columns.
And
I think fight in Rhuidean at the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say Al-Khair Dal. Is that where they have
not
big
Chandire?
meeting? No, not Chandire. Like
Al-Khair Dal's. That's where they have the announcement of
right. What is that called? The amphitheater or whatever it is. At the end, when he makes it rain.
Yeah.
Right.
Al-Khair Dal.
Yeah.
Put it in there, Joe. I don't hear you typing.
I'm not typing.
What? Put it in.
But you both talked about 2 different things, though. You said a battle.
Right. I'm talking about the Asmodean. I'm talking about the capture of Asmodean.
In Rhuidean, which takes place in Rhuidean.
Yeah. Right. It's one goes into the other, but yes.
So So the real set piece then would be Rand and Asmodean fighting in Rhuidean. Jen, you're saying,
I think Jen's saying
what's going to happen at Al-Khair Dal? Like
that's like the whole thing with like Cooladin and all his tattoos and
I don't.
Yeah, that's where Rand.
Though it's just
and
Rand,
then they
leave. Big speech.
Rand reveals the secret history of the Aiel.
Yeah,
the Aiel people.
I don't. Is that a set? I don't know. Does that consider? We can. I'm not like.
It's not an action
big moment.
I'm not the authority on set pieces. I thought set pieces were a little. I always picture them more of like a lot of, production and work that has to go into them in the sense of like there's a lot of moving
gathering
parts
a ton of people. There's like thousands and thousands of
You think there's going to be
Aiel
thousands
that are
and
there.
thousands of people?
Well, that's where they're supposed to be.
I think it's gonna be the clan chiefs. I think it's gonna be him in front of the clan chiefs.
All right, if you don't want to write down
but no, it's gotta
my
be enough
set
people to
piece,
hear it.
Joe, then that's fine. My set piece isn't good enough for your list, I guess.
Well, we can put it in when we get to the other parts. I just don't think of it as a set piece. But I don't know if anyone does anyone in chat in chat and Discord think this is a set piece and I should put it in. I'm being.
I agree with you, Jen. But sorry.
Let's see.
Well, no, if you both agree, then this is why we have 3 people on the podcast, so we can outvote each other.
There we go.
So
That's fine.
you're talking about Rand's proclamation of the Karakan as Karakan.
Yeah. And then I would say Lanfear Morgedian. Nynaeve Morgedian.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Nynaeve.
The museum.
Yeah.
The fight at the museum. That could be the whole Black Aja too involved in that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a bigger thing because you're right. The Black Aja are there.
Yeah.
Shooting balefire all over the place.
I mean, there's a lot going on there, right? Because the White Cloaks are like outside battling with the
townspeople.
Yeah, with like townsfolk.
Oh, they're and Bail Doman's men are there.
He's the one who starts the. He's the one who starts the fight.
He starts the fight.
It's
right.
And
Tom and
Julian.
Matt. Well, Tom and Julian. So Tom and
Matt's
who knows.
there, yeah. No, I mean
Matt's there in the books. Yeah. But Tom and Julian are getting the Panarch out.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. It's all a distraction.
And Elaine too. Yeah. Right. Everything's it's all. Yeah.
So all right. So Nynaeve Magi duel in Tanchico.
Mm-hmm. I think you're gonna have Matt's quarterstaff battle in this season.
Yes.
Matt Vice Galad. Goblin. All right.
You put in the Battle of the Two. I saw in the chat. You put it. That was the first thing you put in. Was the Battle of the Two Rivers. Yeah,
we know that's happening.
What about like set pieces inside the crystal columns? Like,
well, I put the crystal columns just in general.
Are we gonna see like
what
explosion
parts?
of the column dawn or?
Right. What are we gonna see in the flashbacks? Because we're not gonna get all of them. You're right.
Yeah.
We definitely need to talk about that. So maybe let's list a few more and then we can go back and maybe if we need to flesh any of these out a little bit, we can.
Okay. I think you're gonna get Bubble of Evil. I think you're gonna get Bubble of Evil in the first episode.
Bubble of Evil. Okay.
Yeah.
Bubble of Evil. I mean, do you want to? We already put Egwene's accepted test, so I'm not going to put that here as a set piece. But that could be one, depending on what they do with it. I mean, I'm gonna go nuts. This isn't like you can say this isn't a set piece, but I'm gonna go nuts. I think this is gonna be in the show. I think you see the Tower of Genji. I think Perrin is gonna be. Well, no, and Perrin, and you're gonna see your real official, whoever it's gonna be, Slayer, Birgitte.
Oh,
Birgitte. Yeah. So I'm gonna go one further, and I'm gonna say that we're gonna get the Twisted Stone. Right? We just talked about this.
Yes.
Put it in here. It's definitely it'll be a set piece. The Finland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna put that as a set piece. I'm also gonna put. I brought it up before in the cold open section, but I'm going to throw it in here because it's quite possible it's going to be in this season. Lanfear and Moraine showdown.
Yeah.
And neither of them making it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a perfect time to do it. It's like every season of Forsaken dies and like the others take up the mantle. They're gonna introduce you to the new Forsaken because Lanfear ain't gonna make it. Although she's so awesome, who knows? Maybe they'll be like, you know what? Maybe we can keep her one more season.
Is Hadden and Kadir's skin considered a set piece?
It could be, I guess.
I'm gonna be so sad when Hadden and Kadir isn't even on the show.
You will be.
They'll be like, whose skin is gonna get ripped off and flung up in the air? Somebody has to be skinned.
Like a balloon.
Yes.
Anything else you can think of? Any of the big events?
So I mean, they're gonna have the Battle of Two Rivers at the end, but I think there's gonna be another like either a Trolloc battle or a Perrin rescues people from the White Cloaks set piece in the middle of the season.
What about I have two more things I just thought of. And I forgot the first one already. Oh, Shadow Spawn attack in the waste.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, like so that's a great question. Just because you said, Tom, right? It's because you were almost implying that maybe we get a Trolloc attack again in the Two Rivers, but I like your idea better of them rescuing people from the White Cloaks, and then you could do the Shadow Spawn in the waste. So I like that because you don't want to do the Shadow Spawn twice.
Oh, I was going to say something with the Shadow Spawn again, but this actually could be a cold open too. What about the Shadow Spawn attacking the Tinker Camp?
Right. I think you have to have Shadow Spawn in the Two Rivers pretty much like constantly. Not like there's a ton of battling in there, but like they have to be a threat after they rescue the White Cloaks. Like from the White Cloaks, I want Perrin to go, and now we hunt Trollocs. And then they have to be a presence that, like, the takers don't go with Perrin and then pay the price.
So maybe it's like
I don't think we could just see them like limping in and being like, "This happened."
Right.
At least the start of it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we could have maybe some skirmishes where like Perrin and a few Two Rivers folk could take out 10 Trollocs or whatever who are camping around the fire or something, cooking and eating people.
God.
Right. Like, I do think if you have the way it goes where he gets injured in a battle, they help heal him. He tries to get them to come back. They don't. And then they come like running in afterwards, all decimated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So do we want to do are we going to say Tinkers attacked by Trollocs?
Let's put in one thing that like doesn't happen in the book. Let's create the wildest thing you could think of, and like Moraine and Swan arguing outside of Waygate Wild. Let's like really go for it.
Okay, all right, yes, I love it.
Like Moraine and Swan gonna see each other this season.
Wrestle. Well, that's a whole interesting conversation we're gonna have, I'm sure.
All right. I like Jen. You're 100% correct. I'm gonna say,
but it's just got to be a set piece though, because I could think of. I have things in my head that aren't in the books that I think could happen, but I'm like a big set piece. That's
all right. I don't know. Okay. Logain and Min.
Logain and Min.
Right. And
that happens in the book.
No, I was going to say are in a relationship. And
that's definitely not a set piece. How about we get something with Fail? Potentially,
I was just thinking that like Saldeans are in this season somehow.
We just get a whole bunch of Saldeans.
Like her father is like in the show already or something.
The
Saldeans come to the Two Rivers.
Saldeans
fight in the Battle of Two
capture
Rivers.
Mazrim Taim.
Oh, there we go. I like that.
In the book. That happens in the book.
Off screen.
And it's not the Saldeans, isn't it? The Aes Sedai to capture him.
Oh yeah, he gets brought in and like.
But he meets him. Like he's met him. Her father has met. Yeah, Bashir has met Mazrim Taim before that.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they capture him. He escapes, and then he gets.
Let's say they capture him with the help of some Aes Sedai.
All right.
There could be Saldeans with four Aes Sedai or 5 Aes Sedai. I don't know.
I'm saying that instead of Fail getting people from the other towns of the Two Rivers, because we don't know any of them, she comes back with the Saldean army.
Okay, that's
what I'm putting in. That's my wild.
That's part of the.
That's my wild.
Two Rivers.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go down this kind of path. Here's something that's not in the books, in the show. Alviarin kills Swan after an interrogation scene. When Swan reveals all the stuff that she can to Elida while being tortured, Elida leaves and Alviarin kills her.
Oh,
And
she just fell. I don't know what happened. Okay.
Alviarin murders Swan.
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to know immediately that she's black.
Okay. Any other ones? Any other set pieces we could think of?
That was just crazy shit. That
Rand pulls Kalendor from the stone.
No.
Oh no. I think
Rand pulls Kalendor from the Stone of Rodian.
Okay.
Underneath the
throne of Rodian. Under the tree. He's right. It's stabbed into the bottom of the tree, and he pulls it out.
Oh, that's a set piece. I mean, do we want to consider that a set piece?
Avendesora?
That's a piece of the set, yeah.
It's literally a set piece of the set. No, nothing's gonna happen with that. John had made a video about an object of the power that was going to be in supposedly the show, but it's nothing. Like, we were talking about the Choden-Kal. And he said something about like an orb, but it's not like the Choden-Kal, but it might be something similar to the Choden-Kal.
Okay.
Do we get
the same?
And he mentioned Moraine Rosamund being in the scene with it, like her holding it.
Right.
So this would be very different from the books if it's a Choden-Kal type thing. Do we get something with Moraine finding an object of the power in Iridian and then using it? Like, she would find it. I assume she would use it.
Or maybe. Okay. So Lanfear in the books is doing everything that she's doing. She's in the Shadow Rising, right? She wants to help Rand. She wants to, but she also is looking for these things, right? So what if instead of them fighting over whatever, Lanfear finds out that Moraine has this thing, and Moraine uses it to defend herself.
Okay.
In their battle.
I was just thinking of that. Like, we have the Lanfear, because I was thinking about like Lanfear going crazy and on looking for like Avienda or whatever. But that's part of the Lanfear and Moraine showdown.
Right.
So that would all be in the Lanfear Moraine fight set piece. Okay. So that'll be in there. Hold on. I want to get that in there, Tom. What did you say again exactly?
That Lanfear's like ulterior motive for being there, besides to help and oversee Rand, is to get this thing. She thinks it might be there. And she can't get in. She needs, like, you can only get in if, like, whatever.
It's something Lanfear's been looking for. Moraine finds it, and that's
what causes her to go nuts. I think there's also going to be this, not a sexual jealousy, but like she says in season 2, like, you can't see her, you can't talk to her anymore. If I see you, I'm going to kill her, right? And like the fact that Rand just ignores that and is still with Moraine and getting advised by her and whatnot, like, I think Lanfear can, like, that's for us to use, and she has it, and that's it, and I'm going to take care of this right now.
Okay. That sounds like a good addition to that one. Going back up to the Crystal Columns, I know we wanted to talk a little bit more about what we thought might happen there, so I'm ready to go for it. Crystal Columns. We know some things that are there, right? Right. We saw some behind the scenes set photos at that monument in South Africa. We saw those wagons that kind of looked a little bit more futuristic, and there was a conversation there. We know that there are going to be 2 Latras, and we still haven't figured out necessarily what that, but we think maybe they'll be like old Latra.
Old Latra, yeah. So yeah, I think you're definitely going to see that, like, the Aiel getting their charge to take all this stuff to a place of safety and themselves, right? I think again, there's another tease for Kalendor in this scene, right? I think you're gonna get that. You're gonna definitely get like the first, like we're gonna go rescue our sister. Oh, are killing people with spears.
Oh, that's right. We've got a couple of actors who are playing potential roles. Like we got a migrant, right? Who is and who's the other one? There was another one we had there. Oh, don't forget we have Celinda too. We have a Celinda who's the Aes Sedai who in the flashback who mentions Kalendor, I think, and she's one of the people, right, who tasks them with the objects, protecting them.
Okay.
So
are we gonna go all the way back to the? We're going fully back to the Age of Legends.
So is that right? That would be
to see the
post breaking that part. Do we get a pre-breaking scene?
Like your first Colum Dawn scene, right?
In the Colum Dawn?
No, well, you guys have been saying that you want to be inside of it.
Oh, that's pre-breaking. You're right.
But like, yeah, your first scene of like paradise being lost, right?
I just wanted to see Lanfear in like a lab coat and glasses. It's like
sexy,
her hair in a bun with like a pencil through it.
Yeah.
Working on something. Drilling.
It's
you know how I like drills.
The hand crank drills.
Drilling away. Just drilling. Betamon. No, sorry. I'm just gonna put that in here.
Betamon.
Sexy Lanfear.
Sexy scientist Lanfear.
Scientist. Drilling.
I don't think you have to add I think sexy is implied.
I know.
By everything that character does. So,
extra sexy.
Yeah.
Like in high heels with the lab coat.
Like a pencil skirt.
She's the smartest chick in the world. She's also the hottest chick in the world. Okay.
Yes. Let's get Michael May and Megan.
She didn't even know she was hot yet. It was before she realized how hot she was.
Yeah. She got like overalls on and
she's like Rachel Lee Cook and she's all that, overalls. Right? Yeah. So this is opposite. She's like, and then she, pulls out her hair, her bun.
The explosion blows her glasses right off her face.
And her hair out of its bun.
Her coat. We can't all laugh at once.
I hope that when we do the show, I hope when the pod comes out, there's just 10 seconds of like silent laughter. Just me wheezing in the background.
I'm trying to type this, but I don't know if I can because it's making me laugh some more.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh. All right. Yes. So I'm 100% on this plan. It just becomes like a 1980s sex comedy in the middle of Road to Despair. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else about the glass columns? Anything important that we want to add?
So I think it's been mentioned before, and I'm pretty sure someone mentioned it in chat here earlier. In the books, right, it ends with Rodian being set up, right? It's that's like the last, that's the end of it, right? It brings you up to like, and now we're all Aiel. But people have said like maybe like one of the flashbacks is Randa's Janduin and like really clarifying that whole situation.
Randuin.
Yeah, I'm not, that's weird because that's his mom and like it's really close, but whatever,
Yeah, that does become weird when you put it like that.
Right. It's a little Back to the Future action. But,
Okay. All right. What else we got here? I'm just going through the other ones. In the Battle of the Two Rivers, I like Jen's little addition with the Saldaeans are the ones who come and help them instead of the other. Like Fael goes and gets Saldaeans to help. I actually really like that idea. Anything else in there?
It had to have already been on the way, I guess, because it's kind of far, right? Who cares?
That's not that. I mean, it's really actually just like right north of it.
But they're going to be there anyway, right? Like
Northwest-ish.
we're crunching all the books together. So.
Yeah, we got to bring the Saldaeans in somehow. Are the White Cloaks? Do we get the scene where like the White Cloaks, like kind of run away basically or bail on them?
Yeah, I think I think the White Cloaks are involved a lot. I'm very curious about how they play a completely justified and wanting to get revenge on
his
father. Yeah, Dane Bornhold here. And I think you do get a kind of thing where I think you're going to get Thane with them this season. And like Thane is like, he's here to get revenge on Perrin. He wants to bring Perrin to justice. So Dane's there. And Fane's like, yeah, you mean kill him, right? Kill everybody. That's what we're here to do. And like, you're going to have that kind of dichotomy. But I think it doesn't, if Dane's got to leave, he's got to not do the right thing here. Otherwise he's just still a good guy. And
you're getting way too into this right now. I just want to know if there's anything else during the Battle of Two Rivers that's going to happen.
I think the White Cloak stuff is going to happen.
Can I say one thing though?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think that him wanting to get revenge on Perrin makes sense, but not take over his whole town, capture people. Then it's like now he's like over the line.
Well, don't forget he's also
being corrupted.
Fane's there,
right.
And there's a whole corruption going on with Fane as
well.
well.
So like even though he had a reason to go there, he took it too far, and that's where I think it's gonna push over the edge.
Are we gonna get? Oh, we're gonna get a Waygate right here.
Yeah,
I mean that might have something. Probably will have something to do with this fight. Like maybe that's how it starts. Maybe that skirmish that we talked about, that Perrin, and maybe we could add that down here. Right, we did talk about Perrin maybe rescue mission. Maybe the Waygate's involved. They find the Waygate during that rescue mission or something like that. I don't know. So funny?
Did you have talk?
Omar's comment. No, Omar's comment in chat about how it's visible from space.
Yes. That was a satellite image that picked up that Waygate.
Did you have Teleron Rayad as like a set piece?
I was thinking, Jen, as we were talking, I added a Slayer Teleron Rayad set piece.
Yeah, I think we had the Tower of Genji as one of them too. So yes, I think.
I thought you meant we were going to see the Tower of Genji like in real life.
No, I think you're going to have Perrin in the Wolf Dream.
Okay.
With
Brigitte, like he goes in
Brigitte, yeah. If that she's like, don't go there. That's not good. Right.
I don't know if they're going to put the actual Tower of Genji in it. I'm thinking Tower of Genji's not even going to be in it. Like it's
they're just going to go through another.
There's going to be the door frame, and they're going to have to go back to the first door frame, or to another door frame, or find it. I don't know. Does this one melt? I don't know. Maybe there's two door frames, or they figure out another way to.
There are two door frames, but like I don't know.
I don't know about. I haven't thought that far ahead, but all right. I'm closing out.
I like the tower. I like the tower as like a, as a Chekhov's gun. Okay, like it exists.
Here, then Genji Tower. I'll put it in the Perrin Slayer Teleron Rayad set piece.
Okay, here I'm gonna throw this at you. Does Egwene discover traveling in this season?
No.
Okay. Then follow up 2. Does Egwene go to the waste this season?
I'm not sure about that. I can't see how she doesn't, because it's such a huge part of her character, her training with the Aiel. I can't see how they would cut that out. But her going back to the tower, doing her accepted test, and then going. But I mean, what else is Egwene going to do this season, right? Rafe already said, right? He said season 2 was a Nynaeve Egwene season. He said season 3 is going to be a Rand and Perrin season. So Egwene's whole story is probably going to be accepted test, training with the Aiel. That's it. That's all she's probably going to do.
She could go with Nynaeve and Elaine.
I don't
Right.
think
And
she is though,
like,
because
like book 2.
I think John said that it was
Yeah,
she wasn't there.
All right,
That-
so then she, I don't. If
But my point is,
Yeah.
if she goes to the waist, how else would she
Yeah.
get there? I think she discovers how to at least go into the dream and travel through the dream. If not completely travel, then like proto travel.
Yeah, or maybe the Dreamwalkers do something and to get her there,
Right.
like
Mhm.
something like that, or maybe they can create travel. Maybe the Dreamwalkers can travel.
Yeah, maybe.
So then I guess
travel through the dream, right?
No, I mean
They
like
don't.
really
No,
travel.
they. I mean, in the books, they don't. That's like bad. They don't want people to go into the dream in reality,
In flesh.
right? In the flesh.
But maybe
it's
they
very
know how to
bad.
travel, and they're the ones who come and get her. And then maybe you're right. Maybe she does then learn to travel because the Aiel do it.
Yeah, I think you have to have
It's
that. So I think,
Introducing traveling will definitely makes their writing a lot easier.
and you've already seen it, even though it hasn't been named in season 2, right? Lanfear
yeah.
does it,
Yes.
Yeah, and Moghedien does it at the end as well.
right?
At the very end. Okay, so we're at the Perrin Slayer, Teller and Riyadh set piece. We've got the Tower Genji. They fight, right? Do we get any? Oh, that's basically what they would do. Does maybe kill some? Maybe he kills some wolves.
Sorry, Skeeter just says Bear appears, concusses Moraine. She wakes up in the waist. Problem
Concusses
solved.
Egwene, yeah.
Egwene, right? She wakes up in the
What
waist.
about
Problem
just
solved.
somebody concusses Egwene and she wakes up in the waist and we never find out who? And
Yeah.
for 2 years we speculate over who it was.
Yeah, sure, that sounds good. Then she drinks some tea and forgets everything. All right. Oh God, we still got. Let's see if we can wrap these up, or maybe we can flesh that. Rand proclaimed this Karn. That's not even Magi dueling Tanchico. I mean, that's basically what we get a bit in the books. Bubble of Evil. Quickly.
Yeah.
What's the bubble? What are we getting? Are we getting?
You have to do the whole kit and caboodle, the whole
weapons
things.
attacking.
Yeah, I think you get everything. I think you get the weapons attacking, the cards, you get the mirrors, the whole shebang.
Cards.
Cards? Oh man.
Come alive.
Cards are the best. The best part.
It is
think-
the best, but I don't know how they'll do that and make it look
I feel like
Good.
we
It doesn't have to look
something
good. It
about
has to
that.
look bad.
Tom, you had said something about this once.
I want Matt getting attacked by playing cards. Yeah,
There you go. And he still stands by that, everybody.
I do. Like, let's be clear. I would like Matt to do things this season.
Mira
Yep.
Rand.
I agree.
Mirror the whole
Mira Rands, I should say.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Bubble of Evil, basically like the show. Like the books. A Shadow Spawn attacking the waist like the books. Tinker's potentially attacked by Trollocs. Salteans capture Tayyip. Here we go. Alviar and Murder Swan. Can we talk just a little bit more about this one before we wrap it up?
Sure. I was just throwing out things that don't exist in the books that I think that could be on the show. And I will say this, like I think that
Does she murder her
Yeah,
because Swan finds out that she's Black Aja?
no, I think she murders her so that there's no issue with there's no one to fall back on. Alida will be the next.
I'm still really interested in how Swan's gonna recover from season 2. Like, what's the first scene of Swan gonna be in season 3?
So I want to say this. I don't think that like she's ever fully recovered. I think that her plot line in this is basically like you don't see her. She's holed up in there. She doesn't respond. She doesn't react. And when the girls come back to the tower, she's like paranoid. And she's like, the Black Aja are real. The Forsaken are here. There's nobody I can trust to do anything with this. You're the only people that I can trust because you're not a part of the tower. And I'm going to send you after them.
I like the idea of that's like the end of an episode where after the coup, right, Alvion murders Swan, and then you find out at the end that Alviarin's gonna be the keeper.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know that at all. You just think she's, like you said, maybe she's Black Aja. She's there to just murder Swan. Alida becomes, and then you're like, oh shit, is Swan
Right. Yeah.
I just picture her
Alida
killing
evil.
her like Casey Jones kills Shrek. Whoops! She just like pushes her off the
Swan,
she pushes her off the
Swan
tower.
falls into a
When
garbage.
she falls off the tower.
What tower? Oh,
So-
the White Tower.
Somebody's
wants
gotta
a bed.
fall. Could it be this season?
I feel like that's a very public murder, but possible.
Nobody can see.
They're
No,
gonna see
I mean,
the big mess at the bottom.
Yeah, they'd be like, what happened? I don't know.
I can't even tell who that is.
Yeah, they don't
That's
like get
true.
fingerprints or anything. Well, she could have channeled her off the tower.
Another murder at the tower then, because there's likely going to be some fighting going on at the beginning. So,
Yeah.
all right, we've gone through. We've got a bunch of set pieces here. I think we've got enough to go. So we can wrap it up here, I think, and then next week we can talk about some character stuff.
I will
think they're gonna character arcs for the season and what's gonna happen with those.
Yeah, I will say this. I was talking to you before we went on. I had done my episode breakdowns the quote unquote traditional way prior to this, and I had 46 characters that had either appeared in previous seasons or we knew we're going to have prominent roles in season 3 that we have to fit into every episode. That doesn't include like minor characters. That's just like people who are going to have plot about them. It's a lot.
Yeah. So far we have 36 different cards here with different things that are going to happen. And we haven't gotten to character arcs yet. And we just talked about cold opens and some set pieces. So I don't know how many episodes this is going to take, everybody. Hopefully we'll be done
the time
before CCXP. But this was good. A lot of good stuff here.
Yeah.
I'm excited now for next week. So how about we wrap it up here?
Sounds good.
Sure.
All right. I want to remind everyone to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky as well. We recently started posting there. I created a Blue Sky account a while ago, and I just never did anything with it. So we're starting to post there. Join us over in Discord to continue the conversation there. We also post our episodes on YouTube, so be sure to go to our YouTube page and like and subscribe. Rate and review us wherever you listen to podcasts, and check out our merchandise and Patreon page to support us that way. Links to all the aforementioned information are included in the show notes to this episode. Final words, Jen, Tom?
Yes. Monday is Veterans Day in America. So thank you to all the veterans out there that may be listening. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Just a reminder, at the beginning of the baseball season, we made a promise that we were going to donate money to charities for animal rescue and stuff, like, to Juliet and Daniel's charities that they support so well. Based on the amount of home runs some of our favorite players were going to hit, and I picked boldly Pete Alonso, who had led the majors in home runs, and my friends picked Juan Soto and Aaron Judge, who hit far more home runs than Pete Alonso. So I lucked out there.
Pete Alonso led the league in home runs like 2 or 3 years ago, though, right?
Yeah, he did. I think he's had the most home runs since he's been in baseball, but not because of this year. So yeah, since he's been in baseball, like from when but again, that's if it goes, not this year. So, but yeah, we're gonna be paying that out in this week. So, thanks for mashing those home runs, boys.
Yeah, and we've got I guess I'll mention it now. Water Holidays coming up in less than a month as well. We'll be there. I'll probably put something like a little ad up front about that, since it's more of a time-based thing. So sorry, trailing off there, fading.
Rising.
So thanks everyone for listening, and you'll hear us next time.